Excited for next weekend, and we know that the weather is going to be
quick.
a lot better than today next weekend.
Yeah, if you like the heat, that's certainly what we're looking at for this time next weekend. And appropriately enough, because it's our first weekend in June, and we'll probably see our first 90-degree temperature. Not to give too much away on the 7-day forecast, but yeah, we're looking at some summertime heat as we head into the first weekend of June, which you'll see here in just a couple of graphics from now. I want to show you the light amount of rain that we still have out there. It's mainly located off to our east, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some of these tiny little guys slide in there and bring some very light drizzle, much like what we've seen for most of the day. But this is going to be more centrally located farther onto the south from Campbellsville down to Columbia. We're just about done with the rain around the metro and in southern Indiana, but we're not done with the clouds just yet. Those are going to stick around for a little while longer. But as we take you into the next few hours, temperatures not going to move around a whole lot. Still some widespread 60s, much like what we saw today. But going into tomorrow morning, what you're going to notice is that you'll start to see those clouds break up right out the door tomorrow. But then into the afternoon, I do think those are going to be clearing and allow our temperatures to really start to rise. We're talking mid 70s just by lunchtime tomorrow, maybe even a tad warmer than that already. 78 tomorrow, upper 70s around Bedford, Indiana, thanks to all of that sunshine. We'll continue to warm up from there, eventually going to end up to see some lower 80s pretty much across the board, which is right around where we should be for this time of year. And then even as we head into right around sunset, we're still going to be quite mild out there as we'll hold on to some 70s. So if you're headed out on the water tomorrow, no issues. However, if you are going to head to Lake Cumberland, you could wake up to just some very light showers. It'll be a little bit cool in the lower 50s compared to at least the rest of Kentuckiana, but you will be drying out and seeing that sunshine into tomorrow afternoon. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the show, you're really going to want to enjoy this because we're going to have several days of, yes, summer heat, but also a few summer-like thunderstorms are going to push in, beginning with Tuesday into the evening. None of these days, I should mention, are looking like washouts as we're going to be dry most of the day, but each evening, Tuesday, Wednesday, and into Thursday, it does look like we're going to deal with a batch of showers and thunderstorms. It's just kind of approaching that time of the year. Temperatures outside right now hovering around the upper 60s, a little bit warmer there in southern Indiana, a little bit cooler if you're farther on down to the south. So your forecast tonight, we are going to be falling into the upper 50s, but quickly recovering into the 80s by tomorrow afternoon. So look at this warm up going into Tuesday and Wednesday. Despite those evening thunderstorms, we're still going to warm into the mid 80s, upper 80s on Thursday, and there goes those 90s Friday for Friday and into Saturday. Looks like we will be cooling off though a little bit into Sunday.